Hey guys, I'm Bree, and you're now watching Bree's World. Duh. I'm back, and I have a new do, and I have a new attitude. I know I can't sing, but don't judge me. I am new to this, however, I have plenty to talk about. And plus, my hot girl summer starts when I get my arm out this thing, and I'm sure you don't want to miss that. Right now, I'm dancing with one arm. And then when this arm gets tired, I stop and I start dancing with my feet. You can't really see it, but they're dancing. Oh yeah, they're dancing. Anywho, let's get to what you came here for. So, recap of last week. Last week, I admit, I was a sap. I cried a little bit because I just didn't understand how hard this surgery would be and how I wouldn't be able to move my arm. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I wasn't actually going to be able to move my arm. I definitely should have done a little bit more research, but my research started after I got surgery. Last week I showed you how far I could move my arm passively, and passively is basically someone moving your arm for you. Like if you went to the doctor and the doctor wanted to see what type of motion you had in your arm, but they moved your arm for you and you didn't actually put in any work, that's what passive means. So I showed you how far I could move, which was kind of like to this area, I want to say, and it was a little tight, but it didn't hurt. I also showed you how far I could move my arm actively, which is just the opposite. Active motion is moving your arm or whatever body part that is on your own. And I really couldn't do much, but I should not have been doing it anyway. So that was the gist of my first video. I really appreciate you all for sticking around, especially if you hit that subscribe button so you can help me throughout this process. And plus you will get to know the real Bree. Well, I like to call myself OGZ, but I never really did anything OG, but it sounds really cool. OGZ. Yeah, I know that's so cool, huh? Yeah. Well, the Z is for the Bree, but I just go by Bree, like Brie cheese, because I love cheese, but I never had Brie cheese, which is so funny. With that being said, I have good news and I have good news. I got a lot of good news this week. So first off, I'm going to update you on my shoulder, but before I begin, I just want to let you know that at the end of this video there'll be like a short Q&A. I tried to think of as many questions that you all would have and kind of answer them in one session, but if you do have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment box and I'll be sure to answer them for you. Let's go ahead and get started. As far as my arm goes, I have plenty of movement. Check this out. So typically one of the very first things I do when I take my arm out the sling is kind of stretch it out. Woof. It feels so good. I mean, so good. It gets kind of like down in the arm. You can feel the muscles stretching out. Oh, it feels so good because your arm is just a bit so far down. Okay. Whew. Got it. As far as my arm goes, this is how far I'm able to move it, again, passively. In this case, this arm will be passive and this arm will be active because this is the one that's going to be doing the work. So from last week, I can actually move my arm a little bit further. It's not quite a salute, but it's definitely up there. And this is pretty much how far I can move my arm. Hey guys! And then I can kind of move it down. When I'm going through my motions on the daily, what I like to do is I like to do that a few times. So I do it a few times when I wake up, and I do it a few times when I go to bed at night, and I do it a few times like right now in the middle of the day when I don't have anything else to do. Now that is pretty much how far I can move my arm, again, passively. Now as far as active motion goes, I do have, as you can see, a little movement in my arm. I feel comfortable moving this part of my arm, the lower arm. However, I don't have any active motion at all. I'm not supposed to be doing this, so people don't do this at home. I'm not offering any type of medical expertise, and I am not a doctor. Well, as far as active goes, I can probably do about the same thing, which is, well, move my arm out to here. And this is pretty much where I'm at. And that's a little bit more than last week, actually, now that I'm looking at it, which is exciting, right? As you can see, the tape has been removed from my arm. In my opinion, everything looks good. It's healing well. I don't see that I have any like keloids or anything like that. I'm gonna step up a little closer so that you can see it. So I have this here, this scar, then I have this one here, and then there's one on the back. Now the ones in the front, they're pretty straightforward. They're actually pretty flat and they're healing pretty well. But this guy, see, I don't know about this one. This one is kind of like, you know how you have the group of guys that are in the club and all of them fine, but you got to have just that one? I think it's this one. But let's not speak it into existence. Ooh, arm, you're gonna be so fine. You're not gonna have any scars. Let's speak it into existence. No one's ever even gonna know that Dr. Lee was here. So anyways, didn't I tell you all I had good news? I'm sure I told you all I had good news, right? I have some good news. Good news. Good news. Good news. Good news. Good news. So last week I got a chance to speak with my doctor via telemedicine, and telemedicine is basically like a doctor's visit online via Zoom or whatever type of video meeting or video chatting application that you could get your hands on. So you have like Zoom, sometimes you could do Slack, sometimes you could do like Google Meet, WebEx, you name it, beans, greens, potatoes. Okay, let me stop. So anyways, I had that meeting with my doctor and I got a chance to show him what I could do. I told him, hey guys, bye guys. But I pushed it really far up. It still wasn't quite a salute again, but it was pretty damn near close. And guess what he told me? My doctor told me that I actually get to start physical therapy next week. Next week it'll actually be my 5th week out from surgery, which is 2 weeks prior to when I would have originally started. Now that actually proves to me that if you put in this work after the surgery, that you actually can succeed and you can beat the odds and you can work on these things on your own comfortably. Guess what else? Did I tell you I had good news and good news? I got some good news. Good news. If you wanna be a chicken, gotta, okay, no. Anyways, my second batch of good news is that I actually get to start weaning myself off of the sling next week. So next week, I was advised that I could start taking my sling off for like 2 to 3 hours during the day. And I think that's extremely exciting. What it's supposed to do is actually make it where my muscles in my arm that typically hold up my arm and make it comfortable start getting stronger and building themselves up. So eventually it won't feel like my arm is just dangling there when it's outside of the sling, because it does feel like that somewhat. So from there, it'll be 2 or 3 hours, then eventually 4 or 5 hours, and eventually like all day. Okay. But then I was so excited. I swear I was so excited. So the original plan was actually for me to wait all the way until July 10th before I had this meeting with my doctor, and at that point he would let me know when I would start physical therapy. So the fact that I got a chance to start early is a big plus. So thank you so much for watching, guys. That's pretty much my update for this week. go ahead and make sure that you hit the subscribe button below so that you can stay updated. Be sure to send this video out to any friends that might be having upcoming shoulder surgery, or shoot, send it to someone who you think should have shoulder surgery and they're in denial. I don't know. Stay tuned after you hit that subscribe button and watch my short Q&A. Remember, I tried to think of as many questions as possible that you all may have had and go ahead and get them out of the way. But if you do have some questions that I didn't necessarily hit, you can definitely put them in the comment box below. Again, thank you so much for watching. So one of the very first questions that I didn't necessarily answer during my first video is actually who did my surgery. So I actually got my surgery done at Emory Healthcare. They have a few satellite locations, and I live on what they call the south side. So I was able to get my surgery taken care of at the Spivey Station location in Stockbridge. The name of my doctor is Dr. Gregory Lee, and he was bomb diggity. That's pretty much all he does, is take care of like shoulder surgeries and things of that nature. So he knows all about it. And he also has a counterpart, and her name is Michelle. Now I love Michelle because Michelle is kind of sassy, she's cute, and she's funny, and she knows her shit, and I love people like that. What do you put on your arm to kind of stop it from scarring? So there are two things that I've been using on my arm, and that's one, this cocoa butter here. It's just Palmer's cocoa butter formula with vitamin E, and it's just a big one. Got it from Walmart, probably like between $6 to $8. And then I've also been using this aloe vera gel. Now my mom found this probably at a beauty supply store, and it's actually pretty cool. It's, I want to say 99.7% aloe vera gel. So pretty much what I do is I put either one of these on when I think about it. So like if I go use the restroom and I pass it, I'll put it on in the morning, I put it on at night, I put it on after getting in or out of the shower. I put this on as much as possible throughout the day. Now Dr. Lee did tell me that vitamin E actually helps with this as well. So what I'll be trying to do is go find some organic vitamin E. And the good thing is that this cocoa butter formula actually has vitamin E in it as well, which is amazing. Another one of the questions that I thought you all would ask is, how do you put your sling on and how do you take it off? So the perfect thing is the fact that I don't have it on right now. So I'm going to show you how I put it on, and then I will show you how I take it off. The good thing about it is that my arm does have a little bit more motion. It doesn't have a lot of pain, so it's pretty easy for me to stand up and put it on and off. Except for my head is really big, so, and my hair is really long, so that's kind of the hard part. But other than that, I promise it's totally fine. So this is how you put it on. So you lean a little bit forward, get your arm in the sling. After that, you want to take your back strap and go ahead and get that around your waist and clip it. Then once you do that and you get that all settled, then you can pull this part up. After you pull that up, then you get the strap that supports your shoulder and you wrap that around. You get my hair out the way, and when I do that, you can kind of clip it here, and now you're ready to secure your arm. So there is one strap in the middle that holds everything to place here, and then there's another strap in the front, which is actually part of this, that kind of closes it off. There's also a strap here where you can kind of put it on your thumb, and it keeps your arm from sliding out of the sling. Now on days when my arm gets really tired, I do use this, but typically throughout the day I don't really have it on, so I have it attached to the pillow. But if my arm starts showing some pain, or I feel like it's not in the right position, or if I'm sitting in the wrong position, then I'll keep it on. And that's pretty much it. So this is actually how I put on my sling, and then I'll show you how I take it off. So what I do, because the sling is actually supporting my arm, I kind of take the straps out opposite. So what I'll do is I'll take this strap off first, and then I'll kind of get this situated. So then I'll do this. I'll take off all of the Velcro parts and adhere it to the pillow area so they kind of stay out the way and they're not getting on my clothes or my hair. And then after that, I will go ahead and take off the shoulder. After I do that, I lean a little bit forward, pull my pillow out, and ta-da! Sling off. So another question is, how do you sleep at night? At night, I pretty much just sleep kind of sort of sitting up. Now, Dr. Lee did tell me that I can kind of start laying down, but it's not really comfortable to me. So I still sleep with like big pillows behind me, and I just sleep sort of sitting up, and I try to keep something supporting my shoulder. That way it doesn't feel like it's just hanging again. It doesn't really feel like it felt before, but again, it does take time for those muscles to get strong. And again, this surgery is reattaching your muscles to your bone, so it is going to take some time, and I'm just being patient with that. Do I sleep with my sling at night? Yes, I do sleep with my sling at night. I haven't really been cleared to take it off often throughout the day, but either way, I don't feel comfortable taking it off at night. I can only imagine jerking or having a bad dream, and then my arm is over here and I don't know how to get it back over here. So yeah, I totally sleep with my sling at night. Do you shower with your sling? No, I do not shower with my sling. Now that they've taken off the thick bandages, and even when I had the tape, they told me that I could shower, just make sure that I dry it off well. When the water hits my shoulder, it does feel new, I want to say, because nothing really touched my shoulder for a long period of time. But it doesn't hurt, it doesn't sting, it's not uncomfortable, it's just new. How long is one session of physical therapy? Another good question. So one session of physical therapy will be an hour long. Does it hurt when you move your arm? No, it doesn't hurt when I move my arm, especially when I move my arm the way the doctor told me to move my arm. So it definitely doesn't hurt that way. As long as I'm just moving from passively and from front to back, it doesn't hurt. But it is tight, but it doesn't hurt. Occasionally I'll feel like, maybe, I guess I want to say, my nerves kind of reactivated, so it'll be like a little sting or a little pinch here or there. Most of the time that's when I make a mistake and do the wrong thing. Like I might reach this way and my arm might come this way, or I might roll my eyes and God might be like, girl, stop. But ultimately it does not hurt. Can I drive? Yes, I can drive. I've been driving since I had the surgery. Should I have been driving since I had the surgery? No. As you can see, I'm a rebel. I just do whatever the fuck I want to do. Oops, it's the truth. Do you get stares in public? I get stares in public. I get stares in public, one, because of my arm, but two, because I'm fucking cute, duh. But yeah, people do look at me. Some people are bold enough to ask me what happened and I explain it to them. Some people might giggle to the side and then I just do like this and give them something to look at. And then, like, to be honest, I've been getting a lot of guys that want to holler. They be like, hey girl, you so cute. I be like, hey, how you doing? Then I shake their hand with this hand, and guess what else? I put my number in their phone with this hand. Okay, anyways, how long does it take you to get dressed? Forever and a day. You want to know what the most hard part is that it's summertime and it's sandal season. And with it being sandal season, I have to do a lot of buckling, and I only have one hand to buckle with. So it takes me like 5 minutes to put my shoes on, my sandals on. Overall though, it probably takes me like an hour to get dressed, take a shower, take off the sling, get as much deodorant up under your arm as possible, and put the things on your shoulder, etc., etc. What type of clothes do you wear? So what you see me in is pretty much my favorite outfit. I went to the store and got a lot of these like little tank tops where there's no sleeve at all, because it's really easy for me to pull up from my feet up here and it doesn't really put any pressure on my shoulder. And it's, like I said, it's just the ease of getting in and getting out of these items. I really like this, and plus it was a steal. I'm not even gonna tell you how much this was, but it was definitely a steal. These are my favorite pants because they're comfortable. However, if I don't have a pair of pants to put on, like if they're dirty, which is, I have a lot of clothes, but anyway, I don't have a pair of my favorite pants to put on. Then I just throw on like a strapless dress. I have like this black strapless dress that I've had like for a million years that I wear all the time. So that's pretty much what I do. Does your shoulder hurt when it gets hot or cold? Yes, my shoulder does hurt when it gets hot or cold. If the wind's blowing on it, it does. It hurts. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. And if it's too hot, it kind of stings. Yeah, it's the truth. Now, that's the only pain that I felt. Nothing major though. The final question was, what do you put on your arm to control the swelling? And typically what I just use is some random ice pack. I have plenty to choose from, and I'm going to show you a few right now. So this is actually my favorite here. It is Velcro, so it kind of sticks to each other. It has the ice pack inside. You stick it inside, and what I like to do is I'll kind of put this one inside, leave it like this, and then when I got my sling on, this Velcro part actually can attach to my sling, and I'll just keep it here. Now, what I don't like about this one is that sometimes the ice pack isn't as cold, so I don't know if it does the whole job, but it definitely does a job. All right, another one that I kind of use, and it's my favorite, it's kind of beat up. I got a little tape right there. I like this one. It has the gel pack. Now, when I put it inside of here, I can feel this one way more than the one that's inside. And anytime that you have like an ice pack, you always want to put like a cloth or something over your arm so that you won't get frostbite. So typically when I'm just sitting down, I'm typing, or I'm at work because I'm working from home right now, I'll just put an ice pack here like that. I also have this one here, and this is a hot or a cold pack. And I love this one because it does the job. I'm not lying. This is actually what I'm gonna actually put on my shoulder once this video is over. Whew, it feels so good. I swear, y'all, this is the bomb diggity. Whew, I love it. Okay, but for those of you who don't have an ice pack at home and you want to just use something really quickly, look what I have. What is this? This is for your eyes. So usually you're gonna put it here, but if you don't have anything will suffice. Put this in the freezer, put it in your refrigerator, and guess what? Does the same thing. And I think I got this from like DD's discount. Yeah, it was $4.99 from DD's discount. And you can pretty much find these anywhere. Just keep your ice pack on your arm. It will control the swelling, and you won't have to call your doctor for an emergency telemedicine visit like I did. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. If you do have any more questions, feel free to put them down in the comment section and I'll be sure to respond to you. Also, hit that subscribe button. You definitely want to be in Bree's world when she gets this arm back to doing the thing, because I have plenty of things planned and I want you to see all of it. Thanks guys. Bye now.